Hey there, and happy Thursday. And I'm crafting away here for you guys, and hopefully I came up with something fun and inspiring. I'm a little bit earlier than I thought, but we have some errands to do and places to go before the weather gets bad tomorrow. It sounds like we're in for a doozy of a storm. So this is just kind of fun to get all this in and then craft with you again tomorrow. Okay, there's Barb. Hello, Barb. I'm like, hopefully somebody will pop in live, but I know a lot of you say that you enjoy watching it and back. They're still current. But I think what happens is sometimes like a new mini comes out, and that's exciting. I think it is. And then we kind of lose track of the things that are in the regular annual catalog. And in the back of my mind, I thought when it gets close to Valentine's Day, I want to remember to get out the stamp set, Nothing's Better Than, and the coordinating dies that go with it. So let me get my camera turned around here and show you what the card looks like, especially because there's like dies that have the actual sentiment, not the stamp, but the dies this time. And so I want you to be able to read that. Here, let me get my camera on there. Love you more than chocolate. How fun is that? So like I said, these dies in the stamp set, I really like. I put off getting them for quite a while, but I'm so glad I did. And the stamp set has so much to it. It's a huge stamp set. It's photopolymer, which makes it easy to line up, but there's so many images and sentiments, you'd almost think like that there's two sets, a double case or something like that. But if you're into cocktails or cookies or tea or coffee or chocolates, all of that. And when I say tea, a lot of you are, and you're like, there's no tea, there's just coffee, chocolate, cocktails, and cookies. But somebody actually, the die for chocolate, as you can see here, they just cut off the TE, and then they cut the letter A out and added it, and it connected to the A really well. So they made their word tea and made that work too. So for those of you that love tea, I think it's kind of fun. Hey, Tori, you're just in time. I kind of stalled out because I thought my internet connection was acting weird. So you're good. I'm just getting started. Okay, so from the annual catalog, you'll find that big stamp set on page 87. And then the coordinating dies are on page 164. So the bummer of me showing it now is that there's no bundle savings. The dies are all in here too. So what's kind of fun about this one though, besides it cutting out the stamped images of the cocktail, cookies, chocolate, and coffee cup, is that you have those big words there that you can either stamp or cut out or both. And then the love you more than is not a stamp, but the only way to get that is with the dies. And so I'm going to use that here for you guys from the annual catalog, because like I said, we can't forget about those things. And the other fun thing is this paper that I'm using here. I wanted to point out that this pretty paper here that's red and white striped, hopefully I have enough to do everybody's that requests or orders to get the cards. If not, then I'll swap out with another pattern of some version of red. But I do have quite a bit of this, and this is from, you guys will kind of laugh, but I love it. It is from, whoops, upside down, Tidings of Christmas. And you might go, well, Belle, all the Christmas stuff just retired. But this Tidings of Christmas is from the annual catalog too. So when you see these fun trees here, look at that. That is the back side that I'm using today. So this is still current. So if you go, you know what, I kind of wish I would have gotten that in the Christmas season, and now I like it here, well, guess what? You still can, because that's from the annual catalog. All right, so let me put that aside, and then I think I should be able to start the card and stop talking about all the products. Okay. So what I think I will do first to get started is do the embossed background there. You can see that this, I think it adds a lot, and it is the brand new Gingham embossing folder. So this is actually from the new mini catalog in the Sweet Talk suite. So when you see all the Valentine things, this is from there. And I accidentally got an extra one of these. I think I liked it so much, I ordered the entire suite and then thought, oh, I want that embossing folder, not realizing I was going to get it. But it's my stamp anniversary this month. month, guys, I'm going to be celebrating 26 years with Stampin' Up. And so what I might do is just give it away on my anniversary at the end of the month, my extra one. So I don't think anybody would complain about that. Okay, and this isn't a 3D embossing folder, even though I like the deep grooves it gives, and it almost gives the feel of a 3D embossing folder. But since it is not, I will show you how to put a regular embossing folder through the cut and emboss machine. So you'll start with platform number 1, and then all you're doing really is getting rid of this shim number 2, and then just putting the cutting plates in there. So I'm going to open this up and just put a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 early espresso cardstock in here, and then put that in between my cutting plates and run that through. So, oops. Okay, and then we have this. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And I think it just will look different with every single piece of cardstock color that you use, because I feel like this gives it kind of like a matte look, like, and not matte like shiny matte gloss, but like a matte like that you'd have on your kitchen counter or something that you would serve food or cookies or whatever. So I feel like it kind of has a placemat feel to it, but I feel like if you emboss this with pinks or something soft, it would give it like a soft sweater feel to it, or if you did it in blues, it would seem like fabric or masculine too. So I think that this is going to be a really fun gingham embossing folder. Hey there, Diane, good to have you on here. Hi, Lois, good to see you here too. All right, so my color combinations are cherry cobbler, a little bit of that pattern paper, an early espresso, and just a little hint too of soft suede. So that's what I'm bringing in. Sometimes I forget to tell the colors, and for those that maybe have this already and don't need to order it, then it's kind of nice for you to know the colors to know. And then I kind of have to go back and forth, like I truly don't know what's the front and the back, and I really don't think it matters, because kind of wherever it embosses on one part of it and debosses on the other, that's what it does on the opposite side. So I'm just going to put this down right away on my card front. And then I'm going to add one of my accessories right away today, which is ribbon, just so that I know where that's going to go, and then I can kind of scoot over the images that I'm going to be putting on the rest of the card and know that I'll have enough space without the ribbon covering it up. I'm today using the sheer red ribbon, or real red, and then it is the sheer ribbon. And what's kind of crazy is normally this would be like fingernails on a chalkboard to use real red with cherry cobbler, but if you can see here, it just kind of brightens up the card. It doesn't look clashy at all, and what's even more strange is analog too, which is great. Both of these are real red in color, and they both would look nice with this card too. And I think it just kind of brightens it up and doesn't clash. So if you have this from the annual or this from the new mini, that would work. And this sheer ribbon is from the annual catalog. So that's where I'm getting that from. So let me just wrap this around my card and get that going right away too. Like I said, usually I do this step last, but I just, for spacing, want to get this on my card and know that I've got the space for it right away. So you guys know me, no fancy bows or anything. It's just gonna be a knot. Okay, and I keep seeing that my video is kind of getting interrupted. We'll see. Some people have said that when that happens, they just wait and watch it later, and then it seems to work fine. So hopefully that's the case, or maybe everybody's watching it and it is just fine. Okay, so we've got just a little knot up there that makes it look like a bow, and that part is done. So now I'm going to work on the die cutting, and because I want to do that all at once, I think I'm going to do my stamping. I just have a little bit of stamping. Most of this is die cutting. So for my stamping, for my chocolates, I'm going to do the outline in early espresso. Oops. Oh my goodness, I was really stuck on there. All right, and I'm going to pull over my stamping mat here because this is a photopolymer stamp set. So I'll ink that up with my early espresso and stamp out my fun chocolate images. Isn't that fun? And then I'm going to now open up soft suede. And this is going to be the inside, and they're all connected, which is great. So you don't have to line up 3 separate chocolates. You can just kind of hover over it. I think these are super easy to line up. I know some people might go, you know what, I've always done the inside first and then stamp the outside over it. I don't think there's a right or wrong. I just have always felt more comfortable putting the outline on and then stamping the inside. So there we go. Oops, now I have chocolate on my finger. You know, when I usually just lick that off and it doesn't taste like chocolate. All right, so that's going to get die cut as well as my sentiments now. So what I have, where is it here? I had a little tiny strip, here it is, of my, I want this one. Adhesive sheets. Okay, here we go. So adhesive sheets here, they're 6 by 12 in the catalog, adhesive sheets, and they are my best friend for this card. So I just cut like a 1-inch little strip here, and I kind of made sure, like there's little sections. If you have these, you'll see that there's lines. There's 2 lines here to kind of break it up. And when I cut my little pieces, I try and have it so that there's a little bit of that section on there just to make this part easy to peel off. It'll still work. I did it on my sample card where there wasn't a little seam, and it was like, oh, you know what? I should make sure that there's a seam for my video. It just makes it easier. So now I just take off the one sticker side, put this on here on the back side. So now when I run this through, then it'll be sticky on that one side. Okay, but I need to reload my machine and get my shim plate number 2 back in there, as well as my cutting plates. And let me show you the dies that I'm working with today. So this is going to be the Love You More Than dies, like I showed you in the catalog. So the Love You More Than is all one die. And then I've got the chocolate right here. And then there's all these other chocolate cookies, coffee and that, and the cocktails like I showed you. So they're kind of fun to use. I made a cute cookie card before. It was one of my favorite cards I made. And just to, excuse me, crank out those cookies. Crank after crank was just so much fun. I felt like I was literally baking chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so I have this here, and I'm just going to kind of leave it until I'm ready to assemble, but you can see, where's my take your pick tool, that the adhesive's on the back side, so it's going to be kind of like one big sticker here. So that I'm just going to put off to the side, and then I'm going to bring that back. And since I already showed you how to put the sticker on, I already did this on the cherry cobbler just to save some time, because sometimes, like, I know my attention span for watching videos, it's like, okay, I just want to get to the good part, right? So I'm going to run this through. Excuse me. I know you guys cannot believe that I'm still talking. Okay, so when I run this through like so, hi there, Julie, then you're going to get all those words separate. So those 2 are really easy to just pop through here. I'm going to put those dies aside, and I'm just going to kind of leave this on the sheet for now and set that aside so I can do that one last die cut, which are the cute little chocolates. So I'm sure a lot of you just have that little white scrap there. And so that's pretty easy to just take and line up the chocolates. And these I didn't put in any adhesive on the back side because I'm actually going to pop those up with some dimensionals. Stampin' Up! Does have an adhesive foam sheet too, where if you wanted to take the Love You More Than and pop those up, that foam would make it so you could die cut that. So not only would they be adhesive exactly where you want them to be, but they would be popped up too. So let me get back to this, and then I think I'm going to assemble these 2 little pieces. So this is that Tidings of Christmas, like I talked about, 2 inches by 3 inches. And then this is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4 cherry cobblers. So I'm going to put those together. And I always think it's kind of funny, like It could be like your Valentine card that you want to send, but there's little like pine trees or Christmas trees on the back side. All right, so I'll put that on here for a nice mat. And then that kind of just gives a nice little pop onto the early espresso like so. So I'll just kind of center that and tuck that underneath the ribbon there. And then this chocolate is ready to go, the word chocolate. And I'm just gonna pop out any of those little pieces. I love this tool for that. And sometimes I wait to do the poking because when you peel off the sticker part, sometimes those little pieces come off with the backing of the sticker, and then you don't even have to worry about poking them out too. All right, so this I'm going to just center across the bottom. I just kind of lay it there like, is that centered, or do I need to scoot it over a little bit before I pat it down? And this is done in soft suede. I just kind of wanted a color that would kind of be a chocolate, could be a chocolate color without being more early espresso, for just kind of a different brown color. So there's the chocolate, and we might as well just take the little chocolate pieces, here they are, and pop those up and put them on right away too, so that they don't get lost. That little piece, I can put about 2 dimensionals on there, and then they're done. So we have the chocolate, and then that just centers over the word chocolate. And then, so I kind of feel like I'm building this like backwards, but that is how it goes. And then the word than is going to be next, because I want to make sure that I'm getting my spacing down. So with this one, yep, when I pull off the sticker backing from the adhesive sheet, it actually took out the center of my A there, so I didn't have to do any more additional poking. So I'm going to center my word than there, and then my love I'm going to do next, so I don't end up putting my middle words too far up and then running out of space at the top for my top word of love. And this could be just like one of those fun cards for Valentine's, or if I received this in November, I wouldn't look at it and go, that looks like a Valentine card. Somebody like cared for me, that they loved me enough to send me a card that says that they love me more than chocolate. Okay, so I'm just going to move that so that doesn't look crooked. And then we just have 2 more words to place on here. I just need to pull that sticker sheet off. There we go. It took more of the insides of those words, so it is really doing a good job of taking that with it. Francis, it's good to see you on here. I love that you're starting to get into card making. It warms my heart more than you know. Love it. Okay, and then the one last word here, I'm going to pull that sticker sheet off like so, and then all of the insides came off with that too. Okay, here we go. Love you more than chocolate. So yeah, you might go, that's kind of putsy, but look, it's already put together just like that, start to finish. And then the inside, what I'm going to do is just bring over a 4" by 5 1/4" inch piece of basic white and take out those same chocolates. Gonna just stamp that down in the corner like so, and then come back with the soft suede and put that in the inside. And this one I am going to attach to the inside of your cards for those that are getting my cards this month. But I'm going to leave it blank. I'm not going to put Happy Valentine's Day. For those of you that are stampers, you might already have that sentiment if you want to add that yourself, or if you want to leave it open for some other occasion too, you can. Because like I said, my cards this month are going to be kind of Valentine geared, but I also want them to be a little bit more versatile than that as well. So we've got that, and then I did want to finish it with a little bit of an embellishment. And I just stocked up again on my red rhinestone basic jewels. Christmas kind of wiped me out. And sometimes I go, well, that's okay because it's Christmas. Now it's over. But then I realize I do a lot of red accessories for Valentine's. And even throughout the year, I use these red red rhinestones a lot for birthdays and different things, just because red is a great color for guys and gals. And just for different occasions throughout the year, or just, you know, different celebrations and such. So I end up getting a lot of these. All right, so I'm just kind of centering them in a couple of the little gingham triangles there to add a little bit of sparkle. So there we have it. Thank you, Frances. Thank you, Julie. I just had fun with this one. Like I said, months ago, I was like, I hope I remember to get out those chocolates and those dies and that stamp set, because my fear was with the mini catalog coming out that there'd be really cute Valentine stuff, and there sure is. Oh, my camera kind of went off to black. My fear was that I would just cue in on the new stuff and forget about the old. So that is card number 2 for January. Yesterday I was writing down my description. I was writing kind of that recipe list that I transfer over to my computer for you guys, so you can see everything that I've used, colors and accessories, supplies, dyes, all that. And at the top I put February, and I think because I was doing Valentine's in my mind, I'm already like thinking it's February. I'm so glad it's only January, because I don't want to start this year behind like I have been. So that is card number 2. How you can get my set of 10 cards this month is place a minimum order of $75 using that host code that I have here, and I will post a still shot later of this card with that host code, and the host code is on yesterday's card too. Or if you just go, you know what, I would love a set of 10 cards just to have at the ready, and if you want those, there's $25 for the set, and then I can just pop those in the mail to you. That covers the cost of shipping, 10 cards for $25. Or if you're local and just want me to pop over with those too, I can do that as soon as they're ready. So I will be back with you tomorrow afternoon, probably in the middle of our snowstorm, creating card number 3 for you guys. Have a good rest of your day. See you later. Bye-bye.